Turn your camera on.
It is
This is
on.
the sovereign citizen situation, right?
I don't know what that word means.
Well,
yeah. I'm gonna say I'm not saying that I'm one of them, but I'm just saying I'm operating under what the Constitution Supreme Court ruling is talking about.
Alright guys, this one is absolutely wild. We've got a super intense court hearing where Judge Perkins goes head to head with a sovereign citizen who seriously claims he doesn't need a driver's license to drive. Judge Perkins doesn't hold back at all, completely calling this guy out and throwing heavy shade for not even understanding basic laws. He even offers him an attorney, but the guy acts like he already knows everything. Let me know what you all think about these sovereign citizens, and if you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get into it.
Well, Your Honor, when the officer pulled me over and he said that, I didn't say those words. I just told him I'm operating under the Constitution, and that's all else I said to him. And he just basically lied, said I was disgruntled, asked for backup and all that. And the video would show I wasn't even whatever, I can't think of the word he said, but he was saying I need backup. I have a irate or whatever word he said, and that was not even true.
It's just what you're saying is just not the state of the law. I don't know any other way to say it.
We just going to continue with the case, and whatever comes about. If the paperwork I given wasn't irrelevant, that's it then. So what is the next step?
So either the next step is take a plea, which I'm sure you don't want to do, but I'll give you the offer, or take it to trial, and those are the next steps.
Well, I guess we're going to have to go to trial.
I'm gonna set it for a jury trial too, so you can bring this in front of a jury of your peers and see, what they say. And I guess you don't want a lawyer, right?
The other cases that I had got dismissed for same situation. So
say what?
The other cases I had for this was dismissed, and you told me to give you one name of one person, and I could have said it then and there. It was myself. I had court cases for the same thing, and it was dismissed on whatever circumstances happened. It was dismissed.
This guy really thinks he can just dismiss other cases against him, and I honestly don't understand it. If you're going to act as your own attorney, at least open a law book or maybe even Google something first. I seriously don't get it though. Why doesn't he just pay his traffic ticket and get a driver's license? It's not rocket science, it only takes a couple of days at most, and it's way cheaper than dealing with court fines and getting roasted on record by Judge Perkins. Let me know what you guys think about this, whether he's just clueless or trying to play games with the judge, and let's dive back in.
And what do you mean by that?
For the same driver.
Let's do this. Let's call it and put it all on the record. I have my court reporter back. Let's call it and put it on the record, all right? So, Mr. Lynch, let me ask you this, and this is just to understand, try to really get a grasp of your position. I understand you're why don't you, if you're not a sovereign citizen, usually sovereign citizens tell me, I don't want a lawyer. If you're not claiming the sovereign citizenship, why don't you get a lawyer to help you out with this?
I can't never find no attorney. The last attorney I got, they was telling me you should have just took a deal, you should have paid the ticket, and you really can't find nobody who's going to take your case. So basically, I'm in limbo, and basically all I have to say, not guilty with impunity.
Not guilty with impunity. This guy has got to be on something, honestly. Maybe no lawyer wants to take his case because he's such a headache, or maybe he just needs to pay his ticket and move on. I mean seriously, he's probably in his 30s or 40s, and it's about time he learned from his mistakes. And I don't know if you caught that other guy laughing on the Zoom call, but that had me cracking up. It was hilarious. This dude is putting on a full-blown clown show right now, and everyone's laughing at him. Judge Perkins looks like he's about to go off, and this guy just keeps getting more ridiculous. Let me know what you think about this whole circus, and let's get back into it.
Let's say this. I guess if you're not willing to,
so I'm not a national, so I can't say that. All I'm saying, I'm just a citizen, and all I'm going to say, not guilty with impunity.
Well, how are you immune to this? Because I mean, let's just do this. You don't have to. You don't have to tell me how you're going to proceed with your case. You're fully in the right to proceed however you want to proceed. I'm going to just give you a jury trial, and you'll have to present what you need to present in front of a jury. Will you allow me to assign a lawyer to you just for the purposes of, helping you out with the courtroom procedure and stuff?
You can do that.
I don't find anything that he's filed that has any merit. So that's why I'm giving you a jury trial, because if you bring the same stuff in a trial, if it's the same as what you're giving me and the stuff that you're professing, based on what I see, you're gonna lose.
So
by me.
If the judge is saying the information is not valid and the people don't know nothing, so why would I put my hands in the hands of the people?
Is this guy playing dumb, or is he actually mentally unwell? Like, what's really going on here? The reason Judge Perkins is giving him a jury trial is pretty simple. If he didn't, this guy would lose his case instantly. I don't know if you guys realize, but Judge Perkins actually knows the law, while this guy is basically running on vibes and zero evidence. It honestly feels like watching someone argue with gravity. It's just not going to end well. Let me know what you guys think, and let's get back into it.
Because first of all, what I'm telling you is I'm trying to give you a fighting chance with these arguments that you're making. What I'm telling you is you're not going to have a fighting chance with me. You're going to lose unless you come with something substantially different than what you have. At least with the people, you said it yourself. They don't know the law, or they might not even know the law. So you may be able to get them to side with you just because they love Mr. Lynch and they want. I don't know. But other than that,
no jury. I really don't know people jury. I'm not even gonna do that. So if I found guilty, so I'm gonna have to sue every person that was a juror.
I don't know what you're gonna have to do. I don't know, Mr. Lynch. You're the one that's making these arguments up, and you're the one that has researched and done what you've done. You provided that stuff to me, so you're expected to know the law. You're expected to know the law. So whether you can sue jurors and whether you can sue whoever, that's going to be on you to know, and then or if you don't know, that's going to be on you to find out.
Okay, so I have to get back with the law department about the videos and the dash cam of the police officers.
That I can Mr. Bowman, can you put your appearance on the record, please? Now, Mr. Lynch, now I can potentially help you if the stuff exists. Mr. Lynch is asking for body cam and whatever discovery that body cam, audio, video, whatever discovery that the people have in relates to his matters.
Your Honor, I understand that, and discovery would be provided if he files a valid request pursuant to the court rule for discovery.
So you
And,
saying
and
I
you're,
haven't done that previously? I don't send it
Hold
to
on,
the
hold
law.
on, hold on, she not help, hold on.
hold on,
So
Mr.
you
Lynch.
saying,
Your Honor, if I'm not mistaken, the court rule just says upon request. He's made his request today. I don't think that there's anything in the court rule that requires anything other than him making a request. Mr. Lynch has made his request for discovery, and I believe it's supposed to be provided to him.
Court rule provides for a written request,
I
and
can you
that has not happened.
All right, let's the discovery, rule 6 point, we're gonna know this discovery rule, and you got it ready.
Forward and backwards.
Yeah, you need to get this book, Mr. Lynch.
This defendant seriously needs that book. Let's be honest, even though he probably wouldn't read it unless it had pictures or a pop-up section. It's honestly wild to me how people walk into courtrooms with no real understanding of the law and think they can just wing it like this guy. I mean, you need actual evidence, solid arguments, and at least a bit of common sense, and this guy has none of that. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here since the rest of the case is mostly lawyers talking and Judge Perkins setting a jury trial date. Let me know what you guys think. Does this guy stand a chance in front of a jury, or is he just setting himself up for an even bigger loss? Also, tell me in the comments if you want me to cover his jury trial or if this was enough clownery for you. Thanks so much for watching and hanging out with me today. If you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. I really appreciate all your support. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.